The Rickey, Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news.
It's what's trending now.
Your office objected to us getting Delta records for flights that you may have taken with Mr. Wade.
Well, no, look. I object to you getting records. You've been intrusive into people's personal lives. You're confused. You think I'm on trial. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial, no matter how hard you try to put me on trial.
That is the voice of Fani Willis. Yesterday, the district attorney in Fulton County, Fani Willis, defended her personal conduct in a tense courtroom appearance as defense lawyers sought to disqualify her from the prosecution of Donald J. Trump and his allies in Georgia. Now, the defense is arguing that Fani and her office should be disqualified and removed from the prosecution, accusing her of benefiting financially from a relationship with the lead prosecutor that she hired to manage the case, Mr. Nathan Wade. Now, if the judge removes them from the case, it would delay and potentially derail a proceeding that has major implications for the 2024 presidential election, Ricky.
Wow. You know, they didn't prove anything. That's just me. I was listening to it in the car on the MSNBC series. They had a live, you know, I'm talking about like running errands, listening to it, you know. Yeah. And to me, they just did not seem to prove anything. But joining us this morning is political activist, attorney, author, and talk show host, member of Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, my good friend, my brother from another mother, Warren Valentine. What up, man?
Man, Ricky, always good to be with you. My favorite brother of Omega Psi Phi Incorporated, 1911.
Yes, sir, man. Hey, Warren, love you, man. I'm so happy you came on this morning. You're an attorney yourself. I know you sat there and watched that hearing yesterday. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think Fani taught us a lot of things. She was giving some nuggets, but she was also showing us how the legal system really works. And I'm saying that in this sense, right? If you notice from the beginning, she was standing at the table like she was ready to get in the game. She was like, put me in, coach. I don't care if you told me I was hurt. I'm ready to go in here and testify. She didn't even have to testify, but she came in and said, I'm ready to go. All right, that's the first thing. Second thing is this. When she came in there, she literally demolished legally Trump's lawyer, Ashley, basically saying, hey, you guys are trying to try me, but Trump's the one on trial, and you haven't proven anything. Ricky, you said the most important thing.
Nothing.
In order to prove that she benefited from this, is no evidence that she benefited financially at all. Not one dime, not one penny, not nothing. Then she also, she cussed the lady out in only an urban way you can cuss somebody out. She literally told the woman, don't be cute with me. Now, that's something your mama would say to you. Don't be cute with me. And so for her to get up there and do this, not only was I proud of her, I must say this, man, and this is just being honest. What they're trying to say that she did is no different than what powerful men have been doing since the history of this
Absolutely.
country. And so,
Absolutely.
Because she's a woman, they're attacking her. Add on that she's a black, educated woman, they're attacking her. Even to the point now, from what I'm hearing in D.C., the GOP are trying to make the argument that she mismanaged campaign funds. That's not what she said. She said she pulled out her own money to go finance this campaign for her judgeship. So this is a bunch of nothingness. And everybody who's watching this, trust me when I tell you this. Fani is somebody that we all should be supporting and loving. And no matter what happens, don't do what we always do in the black community. In the black community, we throw our people away. If they say they did something wrong, we say they're guilty before we even know the facts. Don't throw this woman away because this woman is necessary.
So Warren, can she be disbarred off the case? And why is this not a jury trial? So this is just a hearing.
Well, this is just a hearing. It can't go to the jury panel. I see what the judge is doing is just having a hearing to get facts in front of the court to decide if he's going to let this move forward. Now, she's not going to be disbarred from this unless, quite frankly, unless they can prove that she stole some money or this was all planned for her to be able to get money from this guy, and they're not going to be able to connect those dots. So she's not worried about getting disbarred. Can she be removed from the case? Absolutely. She can be removed from the case, but it doesn't stop the case. It postpones it. It pushes it back.
Hey, Warren, would you not agree that
the end game for the Trump side of this thing is to try to just dirty her up, dirty up her reputation, dirty up her credibility, and just try to get some mileage off of that and try to kind of gum up the works and push some things back? Don't you think that's their motive?
Well, not only is it their motive, I mean, this is the new reality in America for anybody, black, white, Hispanic, who's trying to help the people or who's representing the people. They won't murder nobody. They won't kill them like King or Malcolm X to make them a martyr. What they do is they publicly disgrace them, they criminally charge them, and then the public rolls with them, not realizing that, you know, if you look at every other ethnic group, when they people get in trouble, they don't run away from them. They open doors for them. And that's what Fani was doing. She tried to get other lawyers in there. Nobody wanted it because they didn't want to deal with Trump. He took the job like anybody else would have, and now they're trying to put a stain on her name. And we just cannot allow that to happen, y'all. We cannot allow that to happen.
So Warren... I'm sorry. Go ahead. I was going to ask you, what does a possible pushback of this case look like? Because even if she did something wrong, it doesn't change the fact that Trump tried to steal the election in Georgia. We saw the Republican governor, Brian Kemp, said that no, the results were fair. We saw the Georgia Secretary of State say the results were accurate. But what does a potential pushback look like in terms of finding wrongdoing of Trump in this case?
Well, it's twofold here. One, if she's removed, then you have another special counsel coming in and prosecute this case, which will push it back and literally, you know, take it past the election date of November 2024. However, if she stays on, then everything stays on track. There's no pushback. It's no nothing. Now, the pushback will be this. If Trump gets into office, and he's already told people what he's going to do when he gets into office. If he gets into office, then he's going to use the Department of Justice. He's going to use the IRS. He's going to use the courts to come after her financially. What most people don't realize, especially in federal cases, what they do is if they can't get you in the courtroom, they come after you through the IRS because that's part of their division. And they try to take everything you own, close all your accounts, everything else. So the war isn't over, but the battle is going on today. I'm anxious to hear what she has to say today. But this case is important because this ties into what's going on in this whole country with this election. If Trump wins this White House, and now I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but if he wins this White House and they win the Senate, the Republicans will have control of the House, Senate, and the Congress, which means Trump will be able to do whatever he wants to do. The Republicans are not going to stop him. And this is why, even if you don't agree with Biden or you think Biden's too old, you need to go out and vote. This is why you need to be voting in these senatorial races. You got people in Ohio, Sherwood. You got Hill Harper in Michigan running for Senate. You need to be donating $5 for their campaign. We have to control that Senate in order to have a buffer there if Trump wins.
And can I tag that with another thought, Warren? Even for the people that's listening, even if you feel like the Biden administration hasn't done enough for you, trust me when I tell you the Trump administration is going to come in and do things to you. And it's not the lesser of two evils. It's just reality.
He already told you. Look, he already told you what he's going to do. He said he's going to be a dictator day one. He told you what he was going to do. And
that ain't never good for black folks.
At all, especially when you talking about a fascist and that practice racism like it's nothing. Warren Valentine, love you, brother. Phi Beta Sigma. Hey man, Warren, let everybody know how they can follow you.
Man, follow me on Instagram under Truth Fighter 1, Laverdad under X, Twitter. But Rick, make sure you reach out to me today. I got some big news I want to share with you, brother. I love you. I miss you, brother. Always. And let me say this. Thank you to all of you all. Thank you to all the producers. We need this information put into the atmosphere through our radio stations and television networks because we're not getting this kind of information nowhere else. And with the passing of Joe Madison, we have that empty space now. And trust me, right now, the Republicans everywhere are running on one thing, to build the wall and to remove the citizenship clause of the 14th Amendment. If they do that, the law goes back to Dred Scott, which means black people are not considered citizens. They're considered property. And Latino people, their kids won't be citizens. European, Caribbean, none of them will be citizens if they were born here in America. This is why we got to vote.
There it is. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Warren Valentine. Hey, love you, brother. Thank you, man. I'll call you.